Hi everyone, my name is Thelma Madzikanda, and I had the privilege of attending the workshop by Anthony, and it was so insightful, so informative, so educational. I was so inspired just coming from that. So I got to understand his background and why he does what he does. What's the motivation behind this whole movement of achieve your dream? And he did he explained in detail, he gave me his background about where he comes from, how he got into public speaking, what he's been up to in Greece. He's also a very decorated Toastmaster, which I was very impressed by. So all in all, that was how we started off our session with introductions. And yeah, the facilitator was quite impressive. And then as we continued, he gave us, so he had designed, he has a workbook that he normally gives his participants, he encourages his participants to work on because it keeps you accountable. So it also helps you track your progress. I'm also going to get that workbook as well. I'm still going to get it, the online one. And Anthony spoke about the 7 ingredients for success. Now, this was the highlight of our session. I mean, some of the things you take for granted, but hearing it from him and how he's put it into a framework, like if you for I will go into like some of the steps, but just briefly, I'll just touch on them. The ones that stood out to me where I was lacking, because having the discussion with Anthony helped me to reflect and see where are the gaps in me trying to achieve my own success. So the one that stood out to me was Anthony said, you must believe. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, this was something that I sometimes would struggle with. And he made it, the way he said it, it was so profound because he said, you must just believe in God. It's a mindset thing. And he gave me pointers. He said, so when you wake up, meditate on the word or meditate with some positive thinking just to psych yourself up for the day ahead. And once you conquer your day, you conquer your week, then you conquer your month, and then you conquer your year. So I love that point from the trainer. And then the other point, which was also a weakness of mine, because the ingredients really they make you self-reflect. Now, this one was gratitude. And it's something that I've been hearing, but when I heard Anthony speak on it, it just, I don't know, it was just different. So the way he said it was, if you are grateful or if you show appreciation for what you have, it automatically it helps you draw more positive things towards yourself. And it just also, it relaxes your body. You get to appreciate, you take in everything that you have accomplished, all the resources that are at your disposal, which you might be taking for granted. And I remember Anthony mentioned something like having access to the internet is such an underrated resource that people take for granted. And he gave an example of how he was able to get his book published through the use of the internet. Like he found his publishers online because he got information online. So just things like that. But all in all, my key takeaway, and I remember I mentioned this to the facilitator, was it was the way that he uses his words. And I actually say to him, words can make a difference. They can make or break a situation, environment, a country, and we take words for granted. Sometimes you can just let situations or emotions or scenarios get the better of you. But my key takeaway from that day, especially when I saw how Anthony was with his words, I was like, okay, words make a difference. And even in the last few days, I've been very careful with my words. So now when in my real life, when I'm seeing situations that normally would trigger me and I want to use not so good words, I then remember, no, words are very important. So thank you for that to the trainer. I would encourage, I'm definitely going to be attending more of his sessions. And because he's such a talented facilitator, we're going to partner with him through my other organizations that I'm affiliated with. And I would encourage, if you're watching this video, please do attend the workshops. Even if it's not getting all the ingredients or getting a workbook, there's just something that you come out with from those sessions, life-changing. So thank you so much for watching the video. Peace.